the thing. We want to sell a food. We want to sell fish on the food truck. The question is, what made these people not trusting their own product? All right. For us to actually get, I don't know how we're gonna do it, but this is branding. We're coming with something new, all right? And we gotta have to make people actually try. We gotta start building trust.
Yep. Yeah, and how you're gonna do it? We know how we're gonna do it.
Okay.
Like we already talked about that. How we're gonna do it is we're gonna offer like the regulation, the American regulation. So whenever they purchase the pack, they're gonna know that we follow the regulations of like American standards of how to do fish, like how to handle the fish.
Because that's been the issue, and they're aware of that, is that the fish has not been properly handled. But us being an American company helps instill trust in them, and then us advertising, even though we're in Guatemala, we're following the American standards and the American regulations. That will help them trust our product, just because Guatemalans like trust American companies.
And the reality, you guys, is like people are not that scared. People, if you put a sticker that says like this product follows the regulations of the United States, they'll be like, okay, we can buy it. It's not something that they're scared of, like, oh no, because at the end,
And I cannot emphasize enough how many times I saw this being emphasized over and over. All the research I did, it's like Central America, so which is Chile and all of these crazy other countries that goes around, like Brazil and all of this.
Central America is from Panama to Guatemala.
That's it?
Yeah.
Anyway, what I found is, they said you guys love the taste. When you go to, I don't know if you saw this at Sam's or at Walmart, they have a new product and they have these ladies over there with this little cup. Do you want to taste? Why? They want to give you the taste of it. It's a good stuff. So they don't have to cook.
Long-term.
It's just instant.
Have somebody that's cooking, again, when you started talking about
The taste.
the taste and the
Oh,
smell.
glory.
Fresh fish doesn't smell nice. Cooked fish, obviously, smells nice. So have somebody in there that's just cooking with the fish, creating samples,
Merci
so that they're
beaucoup.
giving out, so that you can show the customer this is what you can do with the
Taste,
fish.
you know?
They taste the fish. This is delicious.
Oh,
Let me buy
yeah.
some of that. They're getting a raw product. It's not guaranteed that it's going to taste like that in their house because
Yes.
they might not know how to cook it. But
I like it.
we are giving them, this is the possibility of what you can do with the fish.
Yeah, and that's like what I thought about when they told us about chef and like what we can do with the leftovers. Remember?
Yeah.
Less about Wednesday. Wednesday we use the leftovers, and they know like on Wednesday if they go, there's gonna be a chef in our food truck, and they can buy the food that the chef is cooking. So we're still gaining money.
Oh, that's from Savala Fresh to now. Hallelujah. Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. I like that.
By doing that, we're also getting a lot more expenses, because we will have to have the equipment to cook the food. I'm not saying it's a bad idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
And
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a long-term strategy, but to build that initial, the customer loyalty.
Yes.
And the brand.
The taste.
Yes, exactly.
And for example, they'll be like, oh my god, I don't know how to make this.
Lionel and Daniel as well. Y'all have met each other, right?
No, I haven't. I was about to ask. What's your name?
I'm here now.
I'm Danny. Good to meet you. What major are you?
Cameron.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm Emmanuel.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Jake, we had racquetball together. You remember racquetball coached me?
I do, but I don't remember you. I'm sorry.
No.
All right. So business model, that's going to be something that we're going to be talking specifically with you two about.
What is the goal for the business as of right now? You guys want to like develop a new technology, get like the patent, but not actually develop the business and sell what you guys have? Do you want to sell the technology, or do you want to scale a business?
Danny is primarily our marketing guy. He's a bit bigger picture. Lionel is very, very practical, very, very down to earth, and he is very, very technical in the way that he speaks. He's an accountant, that makes sense.
Well, I'm really concerned about the revenues. That's all. Because right now, we know what the expenses are, but we don't know who we're going to sell to exactly.
Yeah.
We're thinking disaster relief, but we haven't signed any contracts, we don't have any guarantees. So right now we're negative and our cash flow's not looking very good.
Fair.
So
Personality-wise, they're very, very different. It's really nice to have that balance of really, really technical and detailed with our accountant and very, very big picture with our marketing.
Yeah. Any other questions before we move on to the engineering side of things?
actually, I want to take a, I want to see everything. I want to see how it works. And
Sure. You're more than welcome to.
Good.
But regardless, any other business questions before we move on to the logistics? Cool. All right.
Right now, we are getting the actual prototype together. This is going to be our first iteration of the prototype, which basically means that we have a proof of concept, meaning that our product works.
The big question right now falls on you.
I know.
So, what are we missing to get moving?
Like to get to like testing phase?
Yeah.
Good question.
Where are we at? Have we created anything yet or not really?
Created, yeah, I have made like a model or like on a computer of how it's like supposed to look like. It's very basic though, and I've made some like simulations of how the flow meter is gonna work.
Okay.
But yeah, that's so far what we've created, and we have bill of materials. We haven't. It's not complete yet because yeah, there's some stuff that we need to talk to other people about. But
Okay, sure.
It's gonna.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. It's just like we still have time. That's the thing. Like we still have time to work it out. It's just that like we gotta make sure like what the goal is.
Yeah, we're way ahead of everyone now. Like everyone in launching and everyone in our senior research. Like we have the air delivery mechanism is right here. The PEEP valve that controls the PEEP delivery to the patient is also in our bag.
So first is designing, then it's like showing the comparison this by the materials, then machining, then testing.
Okay.
So it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, and I think with the flow meter, like, yes, we want to like push it through fast, but we also have to make sure we're doing really accurate, precise work, because like this is like the critical point of our whole machine.
Yes.
So like it needs to be like, yes, we want to do it fast, but we can't sacrifice any accuracy.
So it's very important to not make mistakes because a little bit of error can cost someone's life, like quite literally. We want to make sure our ventilator is safe and that it can be used on a human patient. So it's important that we do follow those regulations in the US and other countries. So we've been definitely careful to follow those and implement those in our design. So moving forward, we'll be in the clear to market this product in the US and other nations.
We're showing way more dedication to this, and we want the outcome to be so much like higher than everyone else. We're setting the bar for ourselves so high that they're realizing that okay, maybe we should like support these students because they might be onto something.
Yeah.
I mean, like some of the other people don't really seem like they're going after viable projects. But
So machine?
yeah, I think that's pretty long. Or if we decide to do the Love's Cap, we can say we have patent pending on our flow meter when we're pitching, and they're going to be like, "Oh my gosh! Like, okay, here, take all my money."
Right.
Yeah, just kind of like it is really important that like you have to have something special. Otherwise, like your business, and I don't want to say it's worth nothing because it is worth a lot. Like all your guys' time and all this stuff, like is worth so much. But if there's not anything like special about it, you can't sell it.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea of how much time you will be spending once you're out of the university arena working with this thing? Have you made any estimates of what your time is worth after the university is, in a sense, paying for you?
Right. That would be a Lionel question. Lionel, are you still online?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the question is how much time we're going to devote after this, after college, you said?
Right. What the personnel costs are going to be once you're actually out of school and in this business?
Well, the truth is I have no clue, ma'am. I haven't researched that far at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's important. I went to last year's launch competition, and only one of the teams had thought about paying themselves anything.
Okay.
And it's like, wait, you can't have a business without paying people.
Right.
I kind of think
that depends on when our prototype comes out. Because us as engineers, we have to finish the prototype to graduate, and we have to write up an engineering paper about it, no matter what. We have to do that to graduate, and that's we're kind of tying this into it. So I guess it just kind of depends where we're at there. If we want to just sell the idea to someone, or if we want to just go all in and actually continue a business outside of college.
Right. And that's where the patent becomes significant if you're going to sell it to somebody, because the value of the patent is what you're going to be selling.
We found in some of the regulations, the initial regulations, that ORU was supposed to take 2/3 of the proceeds of the product that was patented. And we found out that's not a viable business option if they're taking 2/3 of what we have. Our accountant panicked a little bit. He wasn't too happy about that, to say the least. Yeah. I can't say he was panicked because he never panics, but it was the most uptight I've seen Lionel.
You need to decide on that. I mean, that's a perfectly sound strategy. Build it to sell it, build a company in order to sell it. And in fact, I'm not sure if they won or came in second, but one of the teams last year, an electric grass cutting business.
Yeah, they sold it.
By the end of the summer, for 5 times what they put into it.
Wow. Not bad.
Yep.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah, they did very well.
When we're talking about that, are the judges looking for the next greatest, best idea? Or are they looking kind of like last year, we looked at it from the perspective as what's a profitable business that I can get into really quick?
Yeah. Also double the prizes, as far as I understand.
Oh, have they? I hadn't heard that.
First, I believe that's what Kevin said.
For me, serial entrepreneur, as I'll call myself, I think of a business idea at least every day. And so if I have the ability to do it and the opportunity, I will probably take it. Any idea is worth at least testing. If you tell somebody the idea and they say it's a bad idea, then you should reconsider. That sounds mean.
That's what me and Chris have argued about. Is I think our business name on DoorDash should just be Pasta Boys, because if you search on the DoorDash platform pasta, it would be like the first name that pops up. We don't want to be Chris and Cam's healthy food, because nobody searches that. But we could just name our business Crepes Now or something like that. Yeah. And then that search organic.
And you can put those things out there right now and do the research and find out if anybody really would buy crepes. I've warmed to the idea a little more, but I still have my concerns. I just know what won last year, and I'm worried. We did really well, but people like to see the gold. Somebody